Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next to me is Monica. We done quite a few productions. I saw you at least maybe 5-10 times at Skyroom and Hillary Flowers, my shows. I just Lindsay had her show. I saw that you was one of the guests at the fashion show. You have two lights to you. On one side, you're a lawyer, and you do like serious work. On the other side, you love fashion and you love to be in the spotlight with all the cameras and stuff. How do you connect those two things together?
Man, it's kind of interesting because ever since I was growing up, I've always been smart. I've had the whole lawyer background and things like that. But then I've also liked doing performing, and as a natural redhead and looking as I do, it's like you don't really have the option to blend in. Whether you like it or not, there's a spotlight on you pretty much everywhere you go.
I happen to work with a number of models who are lawyers like yourself, and I always can tell kind of when a lawyer stands and does the modeling, I can feel there is a serious presence, like you do it like judges are there. You're doing all this what do you call the panel of people sitting there during the trial. Like you do it like really like have a powerful presence versus like models. Like they want to look pretty and just fancy, but you also have that power next to you. Like do you feel it's the courtroom is there?
I feel like honestly it was acting training.
Okay.
Because I did acting ever since I was in high school.
Pardon me, let me shut it off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I did acting maybe even as far back as like elementary school. I did like a ringing phone at one point, and I was like in little skits and things like that. But I kind of did acting more in high school. I was like the high school drama kid. I didn't really have friends per se. I was sort of more of a lone wolf, but I learned a lot about stage presence in drama, and I'm not sure whether you can teach stage presence per se.
You can, but certainly, like if you have a natural presence, those things, certain things could be taught, but certain things, I think, just people born like that.
Yeah, I was doing stage performance and things like this in high school. I did some of that in college, even did this talent show in law school where I sang and I wore an outfit, and unbeknownst to me, it was a vote for a contest and I won a prize.
What is your story as a person? Who are you? Can you tell them?
It's definitely something where you can't really condense it in one little box. I grew up in North Carolina.
Okay.
Really didn't fit in there. I was literally the square peg in the town of round holes.
Wow.
Like everyone my age was going off, getting married right out of high school. They didn't really value academics. Me, I was the smart kid. I was like, I want to get out of North Carolina. This is so tiny. I don't like being here. I don't fit in here. I've got to go. So I wanted to live in New York ever since I was 5 years old.
So you fit here, right there.
Oh, I love living here.
Okay.
I've been here almost 12 years at this point, and I'm like, this is home to me. In fact, I fought to stay here because I went through a very brutal divorce.
Oh, okay. What's your plans? Are you planning to join the SAG? Are you planning to more acting roles? What's the future for you to hold?
Well, last year I had representation, and I kind of determined it wasn't really a business fit for me, and I thought, you know what? What about being like Lucille Ball, who had Desilu Productions, and she created her own production company, did work her way, did the project she wanted. And I was a partner in a film company for over 9 years, so I sort of know what not to do, and I figure from learning from those mistakes, I figured, well, all you need is good money, good content, and a good team. So being a lawyer, you can make some money doing that. I personally do appearance work, so I'm not working 80 hours a week in a law firm someplace for somebody else. So I get to choose my hours. Okay. And I have content in me. I just have to get it out because I've had all these life experiences and turmoil and so forth, which I feel like definitely makes good art. And then now the question is finding a good team and people who know how to do that, who kind of have a similar vision to you or even have a vision of their own that they're good at executing and getting on the screen.
I have an idea for a show for lawyers, and it's kind of basically a combination between good advice, help yourself, and more lawyers as humans and people. And I think lawyers on a TV usually portrayed in negative or a negative format. And actually, being a lawyer is a very noble profession. Basically, doctors save lives and lawyers save lives. Lawyers can save someone from death row, like being hanged or stuff like that. So it has quite a bit of nobility to it. And fashion world also has kind of negative connotation because people think, oh, fashion, it's like prostitutes and life and like just showing off. And there is a lot of honor in this because the girls have that dream of being a princess and going to that podium and being on a stage. So is there a way to break those connotations with the lawyers as being vilified that much in the media and models?
God, I've been trying to break through the whole lawyers are stuffy, boring, evil people stereotype for years. I kind of feel like my mere existence has been, okay, I also look as I do. I'm also a person who has a sense of fashion. There's even a stereotype of, oh, female attorneys can't dress at all and have no sense of fashion. And I'm like,
it's very important if a female lawyer looks good and interesting and smells good and look good. The judges, the people who make decisions, what's the word escaped my mind? What do you call those people that's sitting there? And
the jury?
Jury, yes, the jury folks. If you look good and you sound good, there is a more chances that you win your case for your client than like someone who looks boring and doesn't have fun and doesn't have good jokes and stuff. Tell them what's your Instagram, how they can look you up.
I have an Instagram called Angry Redheaded Model. I actually got that account because I got asked all the time when I did modeling, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram? And I have a blog called The Angry Redheaded Lawyer where I do my writing, so I figured let's match that as a business brand.
Nice. Guys, check it out. Some cool pictures there. Thank you.